So, Course Correct is the weekly live show for you if you have an online course and you want it to perform better, right? My name is Zsuzsanna, and I help overstretched business and mindset coaches to leverage their time and expertise by turning their one-on-one coaching packages into digital courses. And this is my weekly live where I come here to serve you best and give you my insights on what works and what does not work within the online course business, right? If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I really love going all in on your course and help you design the learning experience that your students deserve, and thus you can make an impact and have a life that you wanted when you started out on your online course journey or online coaching journey, right? So without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. And today's topic is how to offer an exit strategy. But I have it a little bit differently than most people do, right? And this is why I am telling you that an exit strategy is more than just, the next offer at the end of the course. It is more like monitoring how your students go through your course, what is their progress arc, and if they feel stuck, do you have an intervention plan? So how you can intervene in order for your students to keep up with the course and keep going, right? And it's not so easy because we all have different approaches to learning, and we all have our assumptions and prejudice when it comes to, tackling problems. And I really want you to understand that just because something works for you doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for your students, right? And I see this trend coming up among coaches offering courses that they call it a course, but it's a group program where they teach all the course material live, let's say over the course of 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, just like the boot camps used to be, the live experience. And then it's done, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that your students are able to implement all the things that you brought to the table during your presentation sessions or group sessions or whatever you want to call it. And so just because you decide to be there and to be in control of the experience, it doesn't deliver the results that your students might want, right? So when I talk about having an intervention strategy, it's a bit more complicated than going down the route of, I'm going to teach you live every day from 4 to 6 for 10 days, and you are going to be able to learn everything. Because learning is not like that. Learning has its hidden pathways. And it has to work through our past experiences and work through our emotional, turmoils, and leave us with a willingness to go on, right? And until you know exactly what it takes for a student to be able to move forward, you can talk to the student as much as you want. And this is why I really believe that there is no such thing as under-promising and over-delivering, because there is a receptiveness in your students, and the level of receptiveness is much more than you having the intention of helping them. The receptiveness has nothing to do with you. So no matter how well-meaning you are and how detailed or how, enthusiastic you are with your teaching, the student needs to be receptive. And it's a very tricky situation because a lot of the times we don't know what comes up all throughout the learning process, but we have to be able to offer different tools to our students so that they can work through it without us having to, be there and tell them that you can do it. And it has a lot to do with motivation and internal power, which is why you have to create an environment that is inviting enough for the student. And you cannot create that environment if you are, the captain of the ship, giving out orders, lecturing the whole classroom, not giving them a chance to catch up with it emotionally and intellectually as well, right? So if you think a bit about that, I want you to understand that it's more important to help your students create habit-forming activities around your course topic or course material, rather than you stepping up and saying that I am the teacher, I am the coach, and I am going to walk you through this course topic for the next couple of days live, and you can join me, right? And if you don't want to join me, then here is the self-study version, which is a series of presentations and lectures, right? So if it is something that you want to dive deeper, then I highly recommend you check out my podcast, because season 3 is coming up and all the gems are there, all the gems, the long form audios are there where you can really dive deep into it. And there is a special section where you can, ask questions, leave comments, just like here under this live video. And if you catch me on the replay, make sure that you leave your comments still, because I'll come back and I'll answer each and every one of your questions. So if you're thinking about having an intervention strategy or an exit strategy for your students, then make sure that you stay around, because this is the direction we're going deeper. Until next week, next Wednesday, I hope you are going to have an amazing week, and you're going to be able to give a good amount of thought into this exit strategy thing, right? So have a lovely rest of your week.